Hi, Tracy Thomas here, and I want to share about my practice of gratitude. And when we have a sad heart, or when we have a heart that's just kind of spinning around and around and around on all the bad things and all the terrible things that are happening in our life, we tend to put those goggles on, and that is really how we start to see everything in life. And the one practice that I've found that really helps to shift that is a gratitude practice. And so I call it 60 seconds of gratitude. And what I do is I start out and my alarm goes off and I'm usually in the middle of something else, but I stop what I'm doing. I put my work down, I close my eyes, and I just start thinking of all the things that I'm grateful for. And it starts out just by doing the mundane things. Like, I'm really grateful for these pretty plants, and I'm really grateful for the food that I got to have for lunch today. I'm really grateful that I have food. I'm really grateful for the trash man that came by my front yard today. And you start with the mundane things that are just kind of like right in front of you. And then as your heart truly begins to enter into that place of gratitude, all of a sudden you start to really feel this sense of being really grateful for the more important things. Like, I'm really grateful that my family is healthy. I'm grateful that I'm surrounded by so many people that are full of so much love, and I'm grateful for all of the different inspiring humans that are in my life. And you really just start to gladden your heart. And so when I go through that 30 seconds or 60 seconds of gratitude, rather, my perspective on the whole day changes. It starts out where I am usually in the middle of some kind of work, or I'm busy, doing all the different tasks I have for the day. But and that tends to be what we focus on. We're just like busy, and we're like thinking about these things out there in the external, and our heart is bogged down, and we're consumed with all these things that can be overwhelming. But then when you start in the gratitude practice, it is like this magical experience where you just kind of like begrudgingly go through all the things that you see around you. And as your heart truly begins to gladden, it shifts the perspective through which you see everything. And all of a sudden the sky's a little brighter, and the birds are chirping a little bit more joyfully. And all of a sudden I catch myself just spontaneously smiling. And my heart feels joyful. And the feeling of joy and the feeling of feeling good is what we're all after. I mean, really, what's the point of anything if we are sad and angry and bogged down and stressed and worried and anxious? And so if we can do a practice that takes literally 60 seconds, and I try to do it a couple times a day, that will put rose-colored lenses on everything else that you do throughout the rest of your day, it is one of the most worthwhile practices. And I highly recommend that you just go set an alarm on your phone. Just set it for 10 a.m. and 3 p.m. every single day, and just start thinking of the things that you're grateful for. And as your heart gets bigger, I always feel like it's like the Grinch, where at the end his heart grew 3 sizes. That's how I feel every single time I do a gratitude practice. Like, my whole heart just feels so much bigger and so much more joyful. And so if you can incorporate that into your routine where it becomes a habit, then you start to become grateful for everything that you start to see. And whatever comes across your plate, you can find something beautiful and find a silver lining in it. And then having the glasses on of joy is a much more fulfilling life experience.